We're officially back into earnings season once again, set to kick off Friday before the open. Big banks are coming through, the latest inflation reading. Meanwhile, is also due pre-market on Tuesday. The closely watched number will be the last data point for the Fed to consider heading into its July meeting on the 25th and 26th. Import-export price data and Michigan consumer sentiment then round out the week. It's another episode of your weekly market prep, the week ahead preview, right now. The week kicks off on a quiet note with just two economic releases on tap Monday. At 10 a.m., we'll get the latest reading on wholesale inventories for May. Then at 11, it's worth watching for the latest consumer inflation expectations reading for June. Either can be a market mover, reporting wider than expected in either direction. On the corporate side of things, we'll keep TSM shares on watch. The company's scheduled to release its latest month-over-month sales figures. With so much focus of late on the semiconductor and AI-related GPUs, the number can move the stock. Last month, the company reported a surprise drop in its month-over-month number. Tuesday, we'll keep NVAX shares on watch. The COVID vaccine name and volatile stock could be worth a trade as the company is set to host its annual investor meeting. Fast forward on to Wednesday, we'll be all about inflation. Coming at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll get the latest CPI print for June. In May, we saw the lowest print in 2 years for inflation, with a 0.1% increase in the headline number came in at 4%. Now remember, just 2 weeks ago, Fed Powell indicated we could see as many as 2 additional rate hikes this year. The number also comes a week ahead of the next Fed meeting set for July 25th and 26th. Also on Wednesday, retail favorite Genius Group shares could be on the move. The company set to host its annual shareholder meeting, scheduled to get underway 4 p.m. Singapore time. We'll have any developments pre-market U.S. time with the meeting set for 4 a.m. Heading to Thursday before the market opens, there are some notable earnings to be aware of. Delta, Pepsi, CAG also set to come through. Delta shares definitely on watch. The company recently increased its Q2 and full year 2023 guidance. We'll get the actual number before the open. More inflation data is set for Thursday's release pre-market with June PPI data set for 8:30. We'll also get the weekly initial jobless claims numbers at that time. Since reaching a high point last summer, wholesale prices have experienced a slowing rate of inflation. According to data from April, there was a year-on-year increase of 2.3% in the PPI pricing. However, when food, energy, and trade services, typically volatile sectors, are excluded, the annual increase in wholesale inflation stands at 3.4%. On Friday, we're officially back into earnings reporting season with the big banks set to kick off the festivities. Friday before the open, we'll hear from Citigroup, JPM, WFC, STT. The stocks have rallied since recent stress tests showed the majority remain in better than expected financial condition. On the economic front Friday, starting at 8:30, we'll get import-export prices for June, and then at 10 a.m., Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. As always, we'll bring you all the action live as it happens daily on TraderTV.Live.